official partner of the French Open.
The weather continues. Stunning day, and it could well be a stunning end to the day on centre court. Stefan Edberg in his last year, his last Roland Garros, up against Carlos Moya of Spain. Ranked 20, the most dangerous floater in the draw. Edberg started in a rush, 4 games in a row, including of course 2 breaks, but as you joined us, Moya just broke back. So it's 4-1. Capacity crowd here at the centre court, and it promises to be a really interesting end of the day. Moya, the only man to beat Muster on clay this year. He beat him in Munich, but he's never met Stefan Edberg, and he won't have met anybody like him on clay.
No, I can't imagine that he has played anybody quite like Edberg, because there's really not too many people who decide to serve and volley every ball, first and second serves, and has himself pretty decent ground strokes, Edberg. So something that we all looking forward to watching.
And Moya obviously took his time to fathom it out. We're just switching our attention to this match, but obviously Edberg whipping away with those 4 games in a row. Moya still really to work out the tactic, but starting to play well in that 5th game. Been talking to our Spanish colleagues who say that this guy's temperament is formidable. He's got something of the old Borg about him. They say he's very un-Spanish, very logical, intelligent, mature, and has star quality. Star quality in that rally from both players.
Yeah, I'm not sure that too many of the Spanish players would appreciate those words that you used about all the other Spanish players.
Now, unemotional was the key thing, Bob. Don't get me into trouble here.
Well, we know that this man has really a very, very good forehand. He likes to run around his backhand, just hit forehands all day, but backhand is not that strong, yet it's not a weakness by any stretch of the imagination. It's just that his forehand is so good. And his serve is very, very powerful. That one was a fault, but it was 196 kilometers an hour.
Yes, what the guys are saying is he never shows any emotion on court. He always looks at any match with a very positive attitude. But the key thing is that he never gets riled. It's a real analytical base about his game. And he's beginning to play pretty well.
That was a fine return of serve. Anytime you can return an Edberg serve and get it down low enough to force him to play a half volley, then you've done your job. Is the half volley not good enough?
Familiar sight, and he's going to have to make an awful lot of those.
Good kick serve. He knows his opponent has the better forehand, so kick serve is the safer one, because it really does get to the backhand.
Well, that was an easy overhead, even for someone who's as vulnerable overhead as Edberg is.
Watch how well he comes in. You see, he does the little split step right about the service line. So many people are doing it a metre and a half behind the service line. Gets in very well behind his serve. That's been the whole basis of Edberg's game. Is he's decided many years ago he'd rather get good strong first serves in and get his nose over the net rather than try to serve aces all day.
Lucky. Looked to be a winning approach. Yes, strong volleying from Edberg again.
Moya's return to, or answer to the kick serve of Edberg, followed by the volley, would be, instead of standing so far back, he's going to have to take a chance or two and maybe step inside the baseline, take the ball on the rise. See, he's there about a metre or so behind the baseline. He does move forward. Perhaps he'd be better off if he began on the baseline.
Well, I gather the bookmakers at home in England were laying Edberg at 3-1 against for this match, and perhaps they'll be rethinking their odds right now.
For the perfect meal every time, all you need is a generous helping of Bordeaux. Just open, pour, and enjoy immediately. Pasta with a dash of Bordeaux.
The richness and savoir-faire of a region, the balance of a prestigious wine. Malzan Bordeaux, first in France.
Back live to the French Open from Roland Garros with Carrel WordPerfect Suite, an exceptionally intuitive processor.
Carlos Moya from Mallorca, serving to stay in the first set against Stefan Edberg after half an hour. Yes, he needed binoculars to see that one. Annette Edberg. The last year of having to watch, it can't be easy.
It's on clay, you know, all the players are used to the other guy coming up to the net occasionally. They're not used to having to come up with good passing shots all the time, and that's one of the advantages that Edberg has. He plays very different to everybody else. Oh yes.
And there's the forehand from the back of the court, which in bad times is a real negative for him, but increasingly this year it's starting to really pick up. Here is set point for Stefan Edberg after 32 minutes.
He steps into the ball, and that's the difference. Well, it's not great smash. Neither of them were great smashes, but fortunately he's able to put that one away.
Yes, that's the kind of pass he'll be looking for.
Watch how he gets through this ball. Gets into position very, very quickly. Drops the racket head and lifts it up to get the top spin. It's in.
Yep, that into our backhand, served him well. Moya totally perplexed with that. So here's a second set point.
It's not a classic forehand, but it works well for him.
Moya nowhere near the solidity we're used to from him. Such a solid player. And Edberg has given him a bit of a grilling in this opening set. 6-2, 34 minutes. And the temperature 27 degrees, even now, 25 to 6 in the evening. Big test for the young man. He's got to take on the crowd as well as a legend. The crowd firmly behind Edberg in his last tournament here. His temperament is as strong as his compatriots say it is. He'll need all of it here. First double. Yes, you can see what he's trying to do, just not enough height.
If he's on the run to the backhand side, he doesn't have too many options. This time he has to take the left hand off the racket, so the only option he has is the lob, and he doesn't play it well enough.
Just too wide to get the control.
You can't serve kick serves all day to an opponent's weakness. You have to come to the forehand occasionally. That was a very brave serve though, because it's only 30-15.
He still really hasn't worked away past it.